The wait is over. The all-new Umoja Radio Network, home to over 40 Black-owned radio stations and podcasts, is here for you. Connect to the world's fastest-growing collection of unapologetically Black and proud media, from podcasts to independent Black-owned radio stations, and access to the important news and music you need. Umoja Radio is from our culture, by our culture, for our culture. The all-new Umoja Radio is available right now on Google Play and the Apple Store. Join the movement. Be empowered.
All right, beautiful people, bringing in our guest for today. This young man hails from the country of Ghana and found himself in trouble, was a troubled youth, and he turned himself around and founded an accounting firm that is generating multi-million dollars a year. We want to welcome to the show Mr. Jeff Badu. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, doing pretty good. How you doing?
Man, great. Akwaba.
Yeah, thank you.
So a troubled youth, man. How old were you when you starting to get in trouble?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Ghana, which is on the west side of Africa, and came to the United States when I was 8 years old, essentially. So basically, when I came to Ghana, or when I came from Ghana to the United States, I was put into a neighborhood of Uptown in Chicago, right? So Uptown at the time was not the best neighborhood on the planet to put a young child who just came to America. And for me, I started surrounding myself, unfortunately, with not the most like-minded people. So Uptown was surrounded by a lot of violence, a lot of, shootings, robberies, things that you would not want anybody to be involved with. So for me, it was at the age of 8, all the way between age of 8 through 16, were the toughest times of my life, just because I had to surround myself with, people that weren't necessarily, I would say they were misguided in their direction, essentially, in life.
Wow. What changed Jeff?
I mean, what changed me was when I took a trip back to Ghana, right? So when I was 16, I took a trip back to Ghana, and it was very, very eye-opening. That's when I discovered my purpose in life, which is to inspire and support the super hungry to take hold of infinite resources in order to create an abundant lifestyle, right? So, I had always seen the struggle in Ghana, essentially. I saw people selling clothes, shoes, right, fruit, whatever it took to make ends meet, essentially. But I never really understood the struggle. When you're young, I don't think you really understand certain things. But as a 16-year-old, I finally understood what it truly meant to go out and hustle and go out and literally, if these people did not work, if they did not sell something that day, they don't eat, they don't put food on the table. And for those who don't know, Ghana doesn't have programs like food stamps, Section 8, stimulus checks and all that stuff. We don't have that. So you really have to go out and get it. And if you're someone who's been born basically into poverty and you don't really know the workaround, you don't really know around the system to get you from scarcity to abundance, then it's going to be hard. So for me, I said I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. I wanted to be the one that inspires and supports the super hungry, those who are internally motivated. So a lady who was carrying not one, but 2 babies around her back with apples, oranges, right? Anything she could to make ends meet, right? So to take hold of infinite resources that we have on this planet in order to create an abundant, not a scarcity, but an abundant lifestyle. And also it was thanks to Christ who helped turn my life around, started going to church, read half the Bible, surrounding myself with a mentor and just changing my overall circle, right? Just surrounding myself with more like-minded people. And I said, you know what? I need to be on a better path from this day moving forward.
Got a couple of people watching and listening from Ghana. Joe Bright said, hi, PA. This is Joe listening from Ghana, West Africa. Selassie Golden, who manages Didi Bob, one of the top rappers in Ghana, female rappers. He's watching in the crowd. Ghana's in the building. GHGA. You got to know that you inspire these folks back at home to know your story. And how did that make you feel?
I mean, it makes me feel great. It makes me want to grind and get out and hustle every day, right? The good hustle, of course. It makes me want to help more people. Once I discovered my purpose in life, I said, you know what? I need to be out helping more people. I need to make a bigger impact. So for me, it really serves as motivation to get up every single morning, know that I have a purpose, thank God for having that purpose, and just go out and grind. So it's very, very inspiring and motivating for me. And I even said it one day that I probably won't retire, right, ever, to be honest.
Wow. Wow. You don't look like you're that old, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm actually 29 right now.
Get out of here. Wow. So your first major contract with
Mhm.
your accounting firm, what was that like to get over that hump?
Yeah, so let me just give you some perspective. We formed myself, right? I formed the firm in 2016, and I had a colleague who actually joined on as an independent contractor, as a tax preparer. So in 2016, on September 2nd, 2016, I turned in my 2-week notice at my full-time employment, which is at PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, one of the top 4 accounting firms in the world. And on September 16, 2016, I left that firm. Now, I did have clients, right? I did have people that I was working with on the side. The problem is I never charged these people. It was all done for free. Basically,
Right.
all the taxes and everything were done for free. So my first paying client didn't come until about December, and he paid me, I remember it was $300 to help him with tax planning. Mind you, this is a service now that at a minimum, it takes $2,000 just to get in. Right. So that $300 check to me was, wow, I have a proven model. I have something that somebody wants. I have value to offer to the world that somebody actually values, right? I have something to give to the world. All I have to do is put a price tag on it. And so it was very, very motivating and inspiring for me. And I said, you know what? If I could do one, why not do it, 10? Why not do 100? Why not do 1,000? And now we're at about 2,500 clients in the firm.
2,500.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, Jeff, Nana. I'm gonna start calling you Nana or Baba Jeff. Man, well, I bet you went there. I know you sending some things back to Ghana.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to look out for the people that raised you. You always got to look out for the people that looked out for you, especially when you needed them. So yeah, I actually went to Ghana last year. It was in December. I just came back in just about a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh, you went there for Afrochilla. You went to go see Wiz.
Yeah, I was there for Afrochella. It was madness. Yeah.
You the one took up all the VIP seats, man.
Right. It was a great time, but overall, to be able to see family, and I actually went to my village. Every time I go to Ghana, I make it an effort to go to the village. I was born in a very small village that's it's in around the Kumasi area.
Wow.
And more specifically, there's a village called Mampong, and more specifically, there's one called Assam, Asaam, and that's actually where I was born, right? Okay. And to be able to go back and look at true humble beginnings, right? To see all the kids in the village, and overall, had to give, you always want to give something to your aunts, to your uncles. Unfortunately, I don't have any grandparents that are living right now. But overall, yeah, you always got to give back to the people that really looked out for you and took care of you when you were young.
So are you part of the Ashanti tribe?
Yeah, so I am a part of the Ashanti tribe. That's right.
That's what they say. They're one of the Ashanti tribe getting that money. That's what they say.
There you go.
Y'all getting that bag. So you gotten a lot of publicity here in America. You've been on quite a few major newspapers, websites, TV news.
Yes,
what do you want people to know about Jeff Badu?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I want people to know that I genuinely want to help people, right? I'm not just someone who runs a firm, millionaire and this and that, right? I'm a normal human being, just like anybody else. And I truly want to help people, especially the youth. We actually run the Badu Foundation, where we teach kids about financial literacy, right? So overall, I genuinely want to help people. People can reach me really at any time, and at the same time, I have a lot of resources available to the world. The word infinite in my purpose statement is truly, it has a meaning to it. So there's infinite resources right now on my website, which is jeffbadu.com. That's JEFFBADU.com. You can go on that site at any time, get infinite resources, and be able to, just be able to take hold of that resource and do as you please with it ultimately. Right. So you check out jeffbadu.com, has my articles, all my blogs that I've done on there, my videos, all of those are free. My podcast is free, right? But there's also books on there. There's other things on there that you can take further advantage of, including my Infinite Wealth course that I actually created last year for everybody.
Wow. I'm glad you turned your life around, Jeff. I'm glad you went back home to Ghana when you was a teenager to get that awakening. But what about the kids here in America, man? They don't get a chance to go to Ghana. They don't get a chance. They don't get to see the other side of their kids that wish they could have running water, wish they could have lights on. They wish they could have some of the things that we take for granted.
Absolutely.
What do you think is going to take for them to get that rude awakening?
Number one, they got to go to Ghana, right? They have to get on a plane, get your visas, get your passport, get your COVID tests, your vaccines, and all that. You actually have to make an effort to go back to the roots. I actually went to the Elmina Castle, the slave castle,
yes,
for the first time, and I was like, "Whoa! Everybody needs to see this." It told the whole story, right? It told the whole story about the Portugal folks, all the way, to the Caribbean, to the United States, from Ghana, right? So a lot of people in the world are probably from Ghana, and they don't even know it.
Yeah, that whole Ghana, Nigeria coast, that whole Gold Coast, man.
Exactly. And I would
probably be surprised to notice that we have taken over 20 kids to Ghana, West Africa for free, visa, passport, round trip, all that. And the community have made it possible. We've done fundraisers, we've done all kind of things, but every year, but couldn't do it because of the pandemic the last couple of years. But that slave castle is one thing that changes everything. When they go through the Cape Coast Slave Castle or El Nemo, when they go through that, brother, that does it. That does
everything.
It does
everything. Yeah. So I mean, I would say overall, if you can't go to Ghana, maybe there's COVID restrictions, you don't want to get a vaccine, whatever it is, read the books, right? Read the books about the Elmina Castle. Just read and maybe watch a Ghanaian movie, right? A real Ghanaian movie, right? One that actually portrays what Ghana is all about. There's YouTube. You can find videos all over YouTube right now. And maybe talk to somebody who is Ghanaian, right? Just ask them about their journey. What is it like in Ghana, right? But at the end of the day, there's no better experience than actually being there with your own two eyes, with your own 2 feet, and seeing it and witnessing everything yourself.
Wow. It's tax season. Are you taking new clients?
Yes, we are taking new clients in Badu Tax Services for this tax season. We're always open, and we definitely look forward to working with you.
And I know you did a segment, subject matter, why you should hire an accountant. Why do you think it's important for folks to have an accountant?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same way I would hire a plumber. I remember when I first bought my first house, it was a condo. It basically had the toilet was messed up, right? It was over flooding. There was a lot of issues with it. I could have spent 5 hours on YouTube, right? Easily spent 5 hours on YouTube. But guess what? I could have messed up the toilet even more, and it would have cost me another 5 hours to fix it. And I probably would have hired a plumber anyway after spending the 5 hours. Can you imagine? That is 10 wasted hours at an hourly rate of, let's just say, $100, right? If you take 100 times 10, you just wasted $1,000 where you could just pay $150 for a plumber. So that goes to the analogy: hire those who spent so much time and energy perfecting their craft. We are all truly the masters of our own crafts. So for me, I'm the master of the accounting craft. So the reason why someone should hire somebody like myself is because I spent a lot of time, energy, resources, blood, sweat, and tears getting that CPA license. ultimately the person will do it the right way for you, and they may be able to help you find more deductions, more money than you could ever find had you done it yourself using one of these softwares that's out there.
Wow. How old were you when you purchased your first property?
Yeah, so when I purchased my first piece of real estate, which is my condo, the one that I live in, it was actually when I was 25. And then I bought my first rental property though 2 years after that at 27. And ever since then, we haven't stopped. I'm addicted. I'm literally addicted to buying rental properties.
At 29. Wow, that's amazing, man. A great story. We got to have you back, Jeff Badu. What's your African name, man? I know your first name wasn't Jeff there.
Yeah, so it's Kofi.
Okay, Kofi. All right,
Yeah.
all right, Kofi.
Yeah, I was born
I'm
on a
Kwame.
Friday. So.
I'm
Oh,
Kwame.
okay.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. That's great to hear these stories. A 29-year-old with a multi-million-dollar accounting firm. You based out of Chicago?
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right here in Chicago, Chi City. Yes, sir.
Right. And you on Instagram, right? What's your Instagram handle?
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram at jbadu32, JBADU32. And I have a lot of resources, a lot of stuff on Instagram as well.
Before we roll, I want to see how much you know about Ghana music, Afro beats. Give me your top three or top five Afro beats artists out of Ghana.
Afro beats artists, I would say, I would say Sarkodie is pretty good, and then I would say Shatta Wale, he's pretty good as well. I'll have to go with Kitty, my boy Kitty, he's pretty good. Kwame Eugene is pretty good. And then last but not least, I know there's some new folks out there, but one that I'm thinking of right now is Samini. I like Samini. He's not very well known per se, but he does put out some very, very good music. And I've met him in person actually at the Ghana Fest a few years ago in Chicago.
Shatta Wale sold out a big stadium, didn't he?
Yeah, he's big time now. That
recently, yeah, in December, like he just sold out a big stadium instantly. Like, man, like this.
Yeah, after he made that song, the songs with Beyonce, he took off crazy.
Wow. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Continual success, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Right.
Definitely appreciate it.
Jeff Badu. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook. Take care.